Hi everyone, I'm Melanie from Western Australia and I'm going to share my story with you about POTS and, not about the pot smoking, but all the pots and pans in your cupboard, but the condition POTS, which is an acronym for Postural, Orthostatic, Tachycardia syndrome. Just a fancy way for saying my blood circulation and my heart had stopped doing its job properly. And for instance, I would wake up in the morning, I'd walk from the bedroom to the kitchen and my heart rate would spike to 160 beats per minute. It's like doing an intense workout. It's exhausting. And this caused a lot of other issues because your heart and your circulation feed your entire body. So I suffered with severe fatigue, major digestive issues, and I had a lot of pain throughout my body, my muscles, my bones. Also, I had what they call brain fog. I actually felt I was cognitively impaired. I had problems with word finding, thinking, memory, even basic conversations. So eventually I struggled at work, and this led to sick days, and then to sick leave, and then to medical leave for a month. That turned into 3 months and lasted for 9 months because I had this POTS condition for a year. And I had to resign from my job. So I lost my job and I was filling out a disability application. My POTS had become so bad that I was nearly bedridden and on a liquid diet. And I did try to hide most of this from my family because I didn't want to distress them. So when I was diagnosed back in September 2024, my husband said to me, I'm going to do a 3-day prayer and fast for you. And so he did. And after that, I had decided to do my own prayer and fasts as well, just for a day or a half day, and my condition progressively declined. And it was during July 2025, my husband came through again and he said, right, I'm having another 3-day prayer and fast for you. And I said, great, I love this deal. You do all the work and I get all the blessings and healing. Fantastic. 2 days later, we received a devastating phone call from our daughter from the United States, and she told us that our 11 months old granddaughter had just been diagnosed with a rare genetic degenerative disease called Nemaline myopathy. And so I said to my husband, right, I'll join you in that 3-day prayer and fast, but I'm doing it for Hazel. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I don't think I can do a 3-day prayer and fast. That's going to be pretty hard. But this was important and I was going to give it my best shot. And so I found it very challenging, that 3-day prayer and fast. But on the 3rd day of the very last prayer session, I got healed. My energy returned. I felt normal. My heart rate stabilized. My circulation returned to normal. The pain disappeared and I could eat again. In fact, that night we went out to dinner and I didn't eat just a quarter of the meal that I ordered. I had a full dinner and dessert. And then I came home and I ate chips, cheese, and crackers. And then I woke up in the middle of the night and I raided all my husband's snacks. And before I went to bed, I thought, oh, I'm going to be in some severe pain and digestive distress, not just tomorrow, but for a full week, because that's how POTS had affected my digestion. And I woke up the next day and I was still hungry, so I ate a full cooked breakfast. And because my energy had returned and I felt normal, my husband and I cleaned the windows, all the windows in the house. We went food shopping. We caught up with friends and had lots of chats. And I knew I had been healed. So I got my fludrocortisone, which is a strong prescriptive medication for POTS, and I threw it away. I didn't taper off incrementally as the medical profession would advise. I just stopped taking it. I had no side effects because I'd been healed, and it was a miracle. But that's not all. My daughter from the UK called up and said, we're visiting the US family to support our little granddaughter in this diagnosis. We'd love it if you could come. We're going next week. And I thought, I just can't afford it. I've been on medical leave. All my money, my medical insurance money, was spent on specialists, medications. My husband was providing for the both of us, but he was in between jobs at that time. We were just not in a financial position to go on an international trip, and within a week's time. But I said to her, well, if our great God was to put some money into my bank account, I'll see you there. The next day, I looked at my bank account and it had $4,000 in it. And I thought, wow, God, you're just showing off now. I love it. So we went on our trip and I had a great time with my grandkids because I had my normal energy. I was able to stand and hold and talk and do all those things that a healthy person can do without POTS. I really enjoy being well again and being able to be with my family, but God gets all the glory here. All thanks go to him. And this came about because when I was 20, someone opened up the Bible and said to me, you can have proof that God exists. So I put it to the test. I got baptized fully underwater and I received this Holy Spirit, and I knew it because I spoke in tongues, and I've been going to the Perth Revival Fellowship ever since. And from that point on, God has loved me. He has looked after me. He has answered my prayers, and he's done all these miracles in my life.